Oh God. Hello there. It's Adrian, and you're welcome or welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Is the position that I'm sitting in right now the most comfortable position? No. It's actually quite uncomfortable, but I need to film this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, without wasting any time, let's dive right into today's episode. You know what I mean? Something that I've heard a lot, or something that I grew up hearing a lot, is three heads are better than one. And technically, when you sit with yourself and think about that, it's like, yeah, of course, like three heads are better than one head. You know what I mean? When you combine three different people, or when you bring together three different people compared to one person working on something, on a project, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's at school or work, chances are the three people are always just gonna do a better job. You know what I mean? Because it's three different people, three different brains that can bring different ideas and to try and make this thing that they're working on better. You know what I mean? And they can all just bounce all of these ideas off of each other, whereas this one person working on the same idea, it would be like harder to, I guess, build something that is more, I guess, that is better compared to the other three, because again, you don't have somebody to bounce your ideas off of. And the other three, it's easy to be like, okay, what do you think of this? And the other person can be like, and what do you think of this? And what do you think of that? And you can basically just discuss and see what can be done. And for the most part, I've always agreed with that. It's like, yeah, of course, three heads are better than one, three brains are better than one. You know, when three people are working on an idea, they're always gonna do a better job when it comes to anything compared to one person. And it's like, if somebody is working on something and they have two other people, it's always, they're always gonna be, they're always gonna do a better job, and it's always gonna be easier for them to do that. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, you can apply this to anything compared to one person, because again, they're alone. You know what I mean? They're alone. Pretty self-explanatory. But also something that I've discovered in my own life, in real life. You know, I'm not talking about metaphors or proverbs or whatever. I'm talking about my own life, my real life, and my own experience in real life, is that I'm somebody who tends to do better and do a better job when I'm alone. And I'm not saying this like, I'm not pulling this out of my head. This is something that I've truly sat with and thought about over and over again, and something that I just have hard proof of, is that I just do a better job when it comes to anything, really, when I'm alone. Put me with other people, I'm done. It's done, it's gone. Creativity out of the window. Sometimes even the hard work and motivation out of the window. I don't know why that happens, but I've always performed better, or done better, or been more creative when I'm working by myself. I'm not saying that working with other people isn't important. Of course it's important. It's nice to have all these people that you can bounce ideas off of, but I think with me, and that can help you with things, but with me, it always holds me back in a way. It always holds me back every single time. And it's something that I've tested over and over and over again, and it's just something that doesn't work for me. It just does not. And I'm not saying that it's impossible for me to be able to work in a group setting. Like, I love to collaborate with other people and work with other people, whether that was in school or anything. It doesn't really matter what it is, any project really. I love it. I love collaborating with other people and working with other people and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's really fun. I'm a very collaborative person, you know, but I also know that I do best, like I work the hardest, I put my best work out, and I'm the most creative when I'm working by myself. I know that for a fact, you know? And I can never say that I do better when I'm working with other people. That is never the case. It's almost like I have all these big ideas, all these things that I want to do, all these things that I want to bring to life. And the moment you put other people into that same equation, it's like they shrink it a little bit. You know what I mean? Also, I think it depends with the people, but most of the time that has been the case. Most of the time that has been the case when it's like I have all these ideas of all these things that I want to bring to life and all these things that I want to do, but then working with other people makes it small. It doesn't make it small, but I have to force myself to make it small. But when I'm working on my own, I can basically just take the risk or do the big thing and the big idea and be as bold as I possibly can be, and nothing will be able to stop me from that, from doing that, because I'm like, I'm alone, you know, I'm working on my own and I have the freedom to basically do whatever I can do. But then the moment I get put in a group, it is done, it's over. I cannot thrive in a group setting. I can't. I generally cannot when it comes to working and putting work out, unless I just like step out a little bit and don't contribute as much in a way. Does that make sense? Like maybe I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's good, you can do that, and just like, you know, put little things here and there and opinions and comment on little things here and there. But if I really have to be involved in it, it's always a mess. It's always a mess because I'm like, I cannot. I cannot. I don't know why. I just can't. I just can't. And I think that idea of three brains or three heads are better than one, it's like, yeah, technically, I guess that's true, but also it's like, it's not really true, because for me, that has never really worked. I do best on my own. I do best when I'm working by myself. And I so wish that I could be one of those people who would thrive more while working with other people, but that's not me. It's generally not me, and I'm not saying that I cannot do anything with other people. Of course I can, and I love to do it, but I also know that I cannot put my best work out when I'm working with other people, or I'm in a group setting and I have to collaborate with other people. I have to do it by myself. I have to do it by myself. You put other people into the equation, the creativity is gone. It's gone. The hard work is gone. Sometimes I will even be a little, I might even procrastinate just because you put me to work with other people. Because it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. It just does not work for me, because I'm like, I always feel like limited and restricted, like I cannot be as bold as I can possibly be and be as crazy as I can possibly be and put all these crazy ideas to life. And because other people was like, oh, maybe that's too much, maybe let's tone it down a little bit. And it's like, no dude, I want to go all out, you know? I want to be able to go all out. And I think most people still have that thing with like trying to hold back, and I'm like, no, I want to go all out, you know? And it's just never worked for me. You want me to do the best work, put me by myself. Don't put me with other people, genuinely. And I love to work with other people, but I know that I put my best work out when I'm working by myself. But also that's just me, you know, that's something that I know about myself. You know, I've taken the time to get to know myself more and do the work and just be more present and be more observant and just be more aware of the kind of work that I put out when I'm in a group setting and when I'm working with other people versus when I'm working alone. And it's like I just do more and better when I'm working by myself. That's just me. Maybe for you that's not the case, and I think most people do best when they're working with other people, because they force other people, force that creativity out of them. They force that creative juices and flow and flow state out of them. And to me, nobody has to force that out of me. I just have to do it. I'm on my own, I'm working by myself. It will just come. It will just come. It will just happen. I don't need somebody else to come and activate it for me. It's just there. It will automatically activate, I guess, and do its thing when I'm working by myself. But that's just me. Again, maybe for you that's not the case, because most people just do better when they're working with other people. But with me, something that I know with myself is that I do the best when I'm working by myself. Yes, I can have some people here and there that are helping me with some things and all of that stuff, and for support when I need it, but they're like outside a little bit. They're not in it. I don't have to consult them in order for me to put something out or create something. It's almost like I make all the big decisions and what is to be done and what isn't to be done, and I guess the other people will just be for me to ask opinions about when I need them. Keyword, key sentence, I mean, when I need them, not when they want to contribute something. No, when I'm like, okay, I think of this and this and that, what do you think? Then they will be able to give me their feedback. But if that's not the case, no, I do not want your feedback. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's not most people. Most people do best and perform the best when they're in a group setting, when they're working with other people. And for me, that's not the case. I do my best when I'm by myself and when I'm working on my own, and I'm the most creative when I'm working by myself. And that's something that I've seen over and over again in every aspect of my life. And it's like I just do best when I'm working by myself. Even at work, sometimes I might get given work with colleagues, and then the supervisors come and they're like, okay, no, put him by himself, because they can tell the difference. They can tell the difference that I just do more when I'm by myself, or do better when I'm by myself. You put me with other people, it's not like I won't do the work. Of course I'll do it. I'll do good work. But if you want me to do excellent work and perform my best, put me by myself. Don't put me with other people, and I just thought that it was something that I wanted to talk about. Maybe you're like that, maybe you're not like that, but I just think it's always a good thing to do that self-reflection and get to know yourself in that way, so that you know what works for you and what doesn't work for you, so that it's easier to know what to go with and what not to go with, and basically not waste your time trying to force a certain thing to work when you know that it's not really gonna work and that's not really you. And because I know that I'm the most productive when I'm by myself, so I always try to do most things on my own, because I know that's when I'll do the most and be more productive. And yeah, I don't know if you're the same, maybe you're not, but if you are the same, stop forcing yourself to work with other people. You know that you're the most creative, or put the best work out by yourself instead with other people or in a group setting. So yeah, that's it. That is all I have to say for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I love you. Sending you virtual hugs and kisses. This is such terrible lighting, but also, do I care? No, it is what it is. And I love you. Take care of yourself, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and do not force anything that doesn't work for you. Go for what works the best for you. Okay? Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye. See you on the next.